G'day all, number one Machop fan here with another episode of Machop to the Top. I apologise for not being able to get an episode out yesterday, but I've been very bogged down with university assignments, because just like it's the tail end of the VGC season, it is also the tail end of this semester of university. So I've got a multitude of assignments coming up I've got to deal with, plus studying for 2 exams, plus Machop to the Top, plus VGC season. Thankfully, in the case of the latter, there are only 2 more tournaments coming up that I'll be attending. Last weekend, I attended Auckland's Regional Championships with the aim of finishing in at least the top 16, because that's all I needed to do to qualify for the World Championships. I ended up finishing in the top 4. I earned 120 championship points, putting my championship point count at 254. A Masters Division player from the Asia Pacific only needs 200 points to qualify. And that confirms I will be going to Worlds. In addition, I also won a handful of prizes, which I have behind me. I won a Zekrom figurine. You can hardly see it with the reflection. You can see its gaping gob from there, I'm sure. 4 movie DVDs through generations 4 and 5. A couple of which I'm actually thinking about donating to a grassroots tournament or even a charity. Long story. And an as yet unopened Pokemon card booster pack. I think I'll actually open it now. Check out what cards we pull in case we get something exciting. I'm not a TCG person though, so I'd rather sell these at some point. Alright, let's see. Ralts, Pansage, Hippopotas, Pororo the Little Penguin, Piplup. They look exactly the same. You can forgive me for making that little mistake. Doduo, flying around with a mailbag behind it. Reminds me of a YouTube video I've seen once of a cat with a camera strapped around it. It keeps running around thinking it's being chased. A Rainbow Energy. These are back. I remember using one of these during my trading card game phase, which I got out of because of how bloody expensive it is compared to VGC. Says someone who travels overseas to compete in tournaments. Meloetta. This appears to be the rare one. Meloetta Pirouette form. And Assault Vest. Vanillish. And Snorlax. Nothing exciting. Ah well, it was a nice thought. I could be wrong. There could be something there that someone who knows something about TCG may find valuable, but if there is something interesting, leave a comment, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright. In the meantime, let's just continue with our Battle Spot run, using the same team as always, which I'm hopefully planning to change soon. Unfortunately, university commitments make that difficult. You'll notice, by the way, I am wearing a different shirt to normally, as we face one badge from Japan, rating 1665. This is the shirt of the Ludicolo Patrol, which I just picked up this afternoon. I joined them about a month or 2 ago. And even though I have... Never mind. I do thank the Ludicolo Patrol for their hospitality though. I'm absolutely thrilled that they accepted me into their group. Okay, so the team I'm looking at is Xerneas, Salamence, Ferrothorn, Smeagol, Kyogre, and Meowstic. I honestly thought that people actually stopped using Xerneas and Kyogre because of Ferrothorn. But I have noticed that every time I see a team that has those two, I see Ferrothorn as well, and Salamence. The Salamence probably has some sort of fire attack. Alright. I think it's safe enough for me to start looking at this lot of Kingsgun and Smeagol. Must use Ferrothorn in the back. And Groudon so I can deal with their Ferrothorn. And fight in the Weather War. There we go. I may regret using 2 support Pokemon because I don't do very well when I do so, but we'll see what happens. This guy is 1 badge. I wonder if I should call myself 8 badges, because I have 8 badges. Does that mean I'm 8 times better than this guy? Ratings prove otherwise. Oh well, let's see what happens. Someone in some Meowstic. Well, I'm definitely the faster priority user. I think Meowstic can Quick Guard? Anyway, I think I have a solid start. Choose Fake Out on the Meowstic because I'm faster even before I Mega Evolve. And Dark Void! While we wait for the turn to play out, can I show the back of my shirt? I actually managed to get the nickname #1 Machop fan. Every member of the Ludicolo Patrol with this shirt has their own nickname. Even though mine is longer than most, so I kind of... Someone's used Protect. Are they both going to Protect? No! Instead, I'm going to fake out the other one. I don't know how you didn't see that coming. Flinch, and then the Dark Void will put the Meowstic to sleep. Yep. And since Smeagol went last, Meowstic is guaranteed to take a turn of sleep. So I can freely power-up punch it. Nah, I think I'll Dark Void again. There is a multitude of things the Sketch Pokemon can use. This particular one could Dark Void, it could follow me. Either way, I'm not losing a Pokemon this turn. That much is guaranteed. Unless, of course, there's a critical hit. That would be very, very bad. Hyper Voice. That's why I decided not to use Follow Me, because I figured it would fail. Down to 20 HP and 117 HP, and +1 attack. By +1, I mean the Intimidate brought me down. Now, let's see what happens. It avoids. Bugger. Now, I was kind of prepared for it. Oh, that gives me an idea. And it's always good when I say this gives me an idea. Okay, so Hyper Voice will guaranteed finish off the Smeagol and still do damage to Kangaskhan, but what if that Salamence decides to double edge instead? It should have enough oomph to take out Kangaskhan at this point. So I'm going to make a prediction and use Follow Me to see what happens. Sorry, I knew that would happen one turn. Thankfully, I used Follow Me, so that one turn Wake Up, which was inevitable, did happen, and Hyper Voice, okay. Still, Hyper Voice did its job, so I'm not going to complain. Thank you, based Smeagol. Bump. Nah, not going to do it. Oh well. Now then. Definitely bringing Groudon in here. I'm expecting that Salamence is going to Protect, but I'd like to put a bit of psychological pressure on my opponent by Sucker Punching the Salamence anyway. Oh, wait a minute! Kyogre's probably in the back, and something's going to get switched out for it, for sure. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Salamence is going to go. Kyogre's going to take its place. I'm going to return it. I'm going to have to Earth Power Meowstic. Sorry, I just want a petition-related political email. Don't worry. Okay. And Primal Kyogre comes in. I call that correctly, like a boss. With all due respect to the people of New Zealand, certain Australian players claim that New Zealand sucks at Pokemon. But I did actually have to work hard to get some of my wins in. Does that mean I suck? Still, their skill level... Crit was irrelevant. Their skill level was enough that I was able to at least return to the basics. And I guess Earth Power was future-proofing. So I was able to focus on my playstyle a bit more, and on predictions. And I've managed to work wonders thus far. Okay, Solomon's is in again. Yep. Cool. Yep. So I can do that pressure thing like I did before, and pray that that freaking Meowstic, which actually took quite a bit from that Earth Power. I wasn't paying attention. Was that a crit? Doesn't use Swagger. That would be very, very bad. What did I say about not using Swagger, damn it? I don't have the luck for this. Which reminds me, yeah. Case in point. Oh, poor Kangaskhan Jr. Ah, boom! Eruption. Good. That will finish them both, even with that little bit of damage. Which reminds me, yesterday was Friday the 13th, so I suppose if I did battle yesterday, it would have gone badly. Ah well. Uni comes first. Me kidding everyone that I'm mature. Yeah, whatever. Okay, your last Pokemon is... I'm gonna first plot this a bit. He's got one Pokemon left. Is he trying to... Xerneas! Checkmate! Unless you have Hidden Power Fire. That'll be very, very bad. Alright. Straightforward move here. If you do have Hidden Power Fire, you won't be attacking Groudon, and Groudon will still be free to... Well, I should really do a bit more research into Eruption, even for a single target. At what point... Oh! Oh, that makes me feel so much better. The Swagger was completely naught. And I went first? That has to be a modest variant. Because Groudon is max speed, timid. Getting its legs or whatever they are tangled what? Or maybe it's a bold variant. Still, this battle is over. You can soldier on as much as you want, but you won't be able to overcome me. Mwahaha. The match was forfeited. Yep. He came to that. Or she. There are female Pokemon players out there. Came to that sad realization. Ah, well. Still a healthy win for my part, considering the rating of that opponent. That's 2 in a row now. Remember we faced someone in the 1780s yesterday in last episode and won? Okay. With the blessing of the Ludicolo Patrol, we will continue. Just one more game. With a rating now of 1588. One more win and we're a double. Come to think of it, Sydney's regional championships are actually underway as I record this. But as far as actually, there is a bit of streaming going on and off, because they haven't reached the finals yet. I look forward to watching the finals, but I unfortunately can't watch anything at the moment, except what I'm doing, which is battling a 1680 rated player from Japan, with a variant of the Big Six. Which one's missing? Okay, so they've got Cresselia, Kangaskhan, Salamence, Groudon, Smeargle, Xerneas. The one that's missing is Talonflame. So I suppose this one focuses more on Icy Wind, and or Trick Room, and or Gravity, and not Tailwind. Alright, so with Trick Room in mind, how would I like to start? By the way, with against normal injuries. Hmm. Yeah, it's not really safe to lead with Smeagol Xerneas against the Cresselia, so I'll stick with King Smeagol once again. Now then. Yep, definitely going to use Talonflame in this one. But do I want to use Xerneas, or do I want to use Groudon? I don't want to use Groudon against this lot because of that Groudon. Then again, I can still get quite a bit of mileage otherwise, especially if Trick Room is going. This Salamence may have Tailwind. So now, what I'll do... I'll actually use Groudon. See what happens. Any one of them would fit. It's one of those matchups. You can probably expect this out of me, but every time I hear the word matchups, I think of the word Machops. I'm that obsessed with Machop! NH. NH, okay? The opponent leads with Smeagol Salamence. And I lead with Kangaskhan and Smeagol. Now, what was that I said before about Tailwind? Something tells me that that Smeagol over there is going to spike his shield. And Salamence Tailwind. I'm full on banking on that, because if that thing's scarfed, then I'm done for. Let's see. So, they're going to spike his shield and Tailwind. That's my prediction. So I'm going to counter by faking out the Salamence and using, or trying to use, Dark Void. The turn begins. Now my Mega Revolution. Trying to do a bit more diagonal, because I recently noticed that Kangaskhan does it like that. Bugger! Mispredict. Now I'm banking on a 50 and 50. Oh, Crafty Shield. Okay, fair enough. And that means my Dark Void doesn't happen. It kind of makes me feel better, really. Moody Speed Boost. Special Defense Boost. And Special Attack goes down. Ugh, sick of Moody games. In this day and age, who isn't? I'm tempted to Power Up Punch, but that gives... Well, he'll have space there. Yeah, with the Intimidate, he has space to Dark Void anyway, not much I can do about that. And I haven't taken a hit yet, so I still have the room to Dark Void. Crafty Shield. Which reminds me, after a Crafty Shield, Spiky Shield goes down to 30% chance of working, right? And there's the inevitable Tailwind. At least it was Crafty Shield and not Spiky Shield. So I Power Up Punch. Bam! Bam! Damn! Didn't actually do much. And, oh, the Crafty Shield. Not any chance of that succeeding. And then speed goes up to add salt to the wound. Emphasis on salt. Oh well. Now, I'll Power Up Punch again so I can get that turn off. No, Dark Void. I'm banking on a miss, damn it! Yep, there you Dark Void. Something's going to sleep whether I like it or not. My aim was to avoid using priority because... Yep, both going to sleep. Because if I was to use priority and then go to sleep, I would guarantee lose the following turn. I didn't want that at all. Double H. On the King. Doesn't knock it out. That's fine with me. Now my first turn to sleep. Speed goes up again. Thankfully I thought ahead. Defense went down. Thankfully I thought ahead and brought Talonflame with me. Yep. So, now I have a chance. Yay! Something! To wake up. maximize my odds of doing so by doing this. Crafty Shield. Why would I want to use Dark Void when you're the fast one? Smeagol's fast asleep. Bugger. Kangaskhan woke up! Sucker Punch. That should be enough. Except +1. Yay! Something! Let's pretty much force the opponent to use Dark Void again. Ugh. Defense went up. Attack goes down. Whoop-de-doo. I don't think this thing can even fake out. I don't know. It's impossible to say with Smeagol. Oh dear. Oh, this is the part that gets really ugly. I have no choice. Oh, Crafty Shield! You didn't You didn't use... Oh, wait a minute. Oh no! I fell for it! Dazzling Gleam's gonna finish him off. Idiot! Expected Dark Void and, Geomancy and didn't get it. This one's safer, obviously. Is that 2 or 3 turns? That's the end of their tailwind. Whoop-de-doo! You're still faster. +6 speed. You're facing this one down. Down! I think that's down -2 now. That's not normal, knowing what I know about frickin' Moody and my own luck. Oh well. Still, you can safely Brave Bird that thing away. Yeah, I'll Spiky Shield now. Reminds me, you've got... Would you be willing to sack a +6 Smeagol? Looks like it. I pull off the Spiky Shield, whether it was 2 or 3 turns, that was obviously... Nice, they put and use Crafty Shield. Kinda means you're gonna use the win button, and that was a bad prediction on my end. I mean, Geomancy. The Ludicolo Patrol is the one who likes to use the term win button, and I'm just glad to see +6 Smeagol go. Ow, ow. And there's the Geomancy. Times like this, I wish I had Wide Guard. Sadly, that's one of the tricks I don't have. Ah, well. This guy obviously knows how to play, though. He knows what he's doing. So I may have to up the ante. The powers of best of 1, you have to up the ante immediately. You can't just lose, adapt, recover, like you can in best of 3. Best of 1 is way too fast-paced. Honk. The way its massive head tilts down reminds you of something. I can't remember what though. I think it's a Lego Bionicle set, but I can't remember which character. Oh well. That's not gonna matter. Your tailwind is over, so... I don't expect anything other than a... at least one spread move out of this lot, and I get the feeling they're both going to do it. Not really much I can do here against the win button Xenius. Next minute, the Groudon uses Substitute and makes me cry. Or worse, Rock Polish. Well, worse? It would be just as bad, really. Fire Punch! So it did use a single attack, and it's confirmed to be physical. Yeah, this is pretty much checkmate against me, really. Might save this one, look back at it, because I didn't think I did too badly. And I guess that's the thing about Moody, it's too luck-based, whether we like it or not. And that's why everyone says that Smeagol is cancer. But I say that Moody is cancer, not Smeagol. But then again, I'm biased because I love gimmicky Pokemon. And Smeagol counts as gimmicky because of Sketch. Special attack goes down. Good. Usually in this situation, special attack goes down and makes me crack it. I think he's going to survive anyway. Yeah, just survives. Merciless Blades finishes my Groudon off. Only max speed Groudon are typically one-hit KO'd, although that still did more damage than I expected. Ah, well, was a nice thought. But I'm definitely saving this game. I'm sure I can look at it later and learn from my mistakes. Now, the two tournaments I'm going to be attending that I mentioned earlier are going to be Melbourne Regionals on May 29, and Melbourne being as it is, that's going to be best of 1 entirely. Auckland wasn't. It was 3 rounds of best of 3 Swiss, and then 3 rounds of best of 1, followed by Top Cut. But only because of numbers. Obviously, best of 3 is a lot more popular, because of your ability to adapt. But of course it takes longer, and that's why you see best of 1 in our regionals, because they're only 1 day. So yeah, best of 1 Melbourne Regionals, and best of 3 Nationals, which will also be held in Melbourne. It'll be easy for me to get to, because that's where I'm based. That'll be best of 3, and that'll go over 2 days. I think they're doing it with the trading card game again. Although, last time they did, it was a 3-day weekend, the Queen's Birthday long weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt things. They're not doing that this time, because they lost a lot of numbers last time, because it was during university exam period. So to make it a month later, it'll be July 2 and 3, is good exam-wise. Unfortunately, someone upstairs decided July 2 would be a good date for a federal election. So I'm going to have to vote early, because I'm going to attend this national championships no matter what. And if it clashes with an election of all things, then I must cast my vote early. And I encourage anyone who's going to attend the national championships and are aged at least 18 to do the same, or face a fine. That's my public service announcement for today, and that is the video for today. I will be cheering on everyone who's competing at Sydney's Regional Championships as soon as I get to watch the stream. Hope to see you then!